167 miles per hour, 2017 Corvette Stingray. That's my answer. What is going on, everybody? Speed Culture Studios, thank you very much for stopping in. That's the question of the day. Question of the day today: how fast is the fastest you've ever gone in a car, and what was the car or motorcycle? We'll throw it in there. What's the fastest you've ever gone, car or motorcycle? Let me know in the comment section below. Very interested to hear what you got. Got a little discussion today, nonetheless, a little discussion that may hurt some people's feelings or piss some people off, I'm sure of it, but we're gonna go for it anyway. But my title for this video, my opening statement, my main point, my thesis, if you will, for this whole video is my 7-speed automatic shifts faster than you.
Automatics are for pussies.
The 7-speed automatic for these cars, as most of you know, draws a lot of negative attention. It's always a topic of negative conversation, right? You see it all the time on YouTube, in the forums, and in the Facebook groups. Ultimately, the topic or the conversation is the 7-speed auto is junk, and it's usually followed up by something like it shifts way too slow, it's laggy, it takes forever to shift between gears, paddle shifters don't help at all, blah, blah, blah.
I drive a manual because it's more fun. Fuck this traffic, are you kidding me? God.
And certainly in previous videos, I've pointed out the 7-speed auto as a weak point, not necessarily because of how fast or slow it shifts, but because of its inability to handle significant power. But I say that sort of with a bit of an asterisk or a caveat. I say that because there's been cases of guys running 5 or close to 600 or even more horsepower with the stock transmission with, I don't want to say no problems, but I heard of one case of the person actually saying, quote, beating the crap out of the car for several months with really high horsepower numbers before the stock transmission finally gave out. And the truth is that any car that you modify and increase the stock horsepower numbers by 200 or 300 horsepower, it's going to have issues. It's just the truth. So having unrealistic expectations for the stock transmission with high horsepower numbers is just irresponsible. Now, speaking of realistic expectations, let's get back to the topic at hand. How fast do you expect this transmission to shift, especially in regular driving conditions? That's my question. I will say, when I added the paddle shifters to this car, it seemed like the lag was improved slightly, and I would say it improved quite a bit after the tune, and I'm not sure if anything was done specifically during the tune to improve that, but nonetheless it seemed to shift a little bit quicker, especially under wide open throttle. Oh sure, it'd be super nice to have a dual clutch set up here and, you know, really go crazy and have shifts super fast, way faster than anybody could ever even imagine shifting on their own. But seriously, how fast do you want it to shift? The 7-speed auto is shifting faster than most people shift anyway. Think about this. You're driving around town and you're with your standard transmission, your 5-speed manual or 6-speed manual. Are you turning every corner and leaving every stoplight with the gas pedal matted, no lift shifting, hitting, banging first and second to third? No, you're not. Does it seem like there's a little bit of a delay with the 7-speed auto, where either you push the shifter knob forward or you hit the paddle shifter? It seems like it, because you're doing 1/3 of the normal motions that you're going through driving a manual transmission, right? In a manual, you reach your desired RPM range shifting point, you depress the clutch. Now this is just cruising through town. depress the clutch, you pull it out of first and into second. It's kind of a one, boom, boom motion, right? It probably takes 1.5 seconds to go through the entire motion of first to second. And then again, you go into second to third and you hit the clutch, lever, boom, third. Another second and a half. That's literally the same amount of time it takes for this 7-speed auto to shift on its own as well. Oh, pretty quick. It might actually be even a hair faster. Think about it like this. Hitting the paddle shifter is actually like pushing the clutch pedal. That's the stage of the process that you're at when you hit the paddle shifter. It's not hitting the paddle and having an instant gear shift like you would feel in a dual clutch scenario, but hitting the paddle is like depressing the clutch pedal and then the shift comes shortly after. Now, even in a wide open throttle racing situation, I still would bet that this 7-speed auto is going to shift just as fast or faster than most people out there. And I guarantee you one thing, it's not going to miss third gear.
I really felt that one.
So stop hating on this 7-speed auto, guys. It's really not that bad. It's not that slow. It's all about perception and all about perspective. You're comparing it to, you know, hitting the clutch and banging gears, and there's a lot of steps, and it seems like you're moving really fast and you're hitting the gears quick, but really the 7-speed auto is still shifting faster than you are. It's actually a pretty capable transmission. Do I wish it came again with a dual clutch? Sure. Do I wish that it could hold 500, 600, 700 horsepower without, you know, blowing up? Sure. But reality is that if you're under the 400-500 horsepower range, it's a pretty solid transmission for the most part. And certainly if you don't track the car and it's just a daily driver like it is for most of us, the 7-speed auto is quite capable. So like I said, quit hating on it, appreciate what you got, and we'll just keep rolling. Appreciate you guys watching. Thank you very much for all the support. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Also, let me know how fast you've gone and what car it was in. Very curious to find out. Thank you again for watching. See you in the next video. Sauce. Ooh, got a little crackle.